get away with blue sky there as well. That's the only place that I really need a painted backdrop.
Oh, okay. Good morning, everybody.
Matt, we'll say good morning, everybody.
Oh, wow,
Good morning,
we went live.
everybody.
Yeah, we went live.
Claude's trying to trick us into saying something inappropriate before the show begins.
You weren't saying anything bad. You were just explaining what you were going to do with your backdrop.
I had asked
Jeff
if he was going to paint all of his backdrops or use a combination of painted and printed.
It's going to depend on what happens right up here. I don't know when I'm going to do that, but probably in the next month.
Whose printed ones are those?
Lark.
What's the company you used, Claude?
Lark Products.
Lark. I always want to say Lark Spur, which I think is actually Monster Model Works. I think they're two different companies. One's Lark, the other one's Lark Spur, but I can never remember which is which.
Those look really nice. So, Dennis, I got a question for you. At one point in your video, you go through your bench work and you got all those tubes in your bench work, cardboard tubes. Is that backdrop?
Cardboard? No, that's probably all track.
Oh, in the tubes? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got several different tubes that I've got. I got dual track. I've got code 55, used track, and I've got regular narrow gauge code 70.
Do people make dual track? Is there a company that makes dual track?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's more than one. I believe microengineering is what I use because I like the fact that you can shape it and it holds its shape.
Yeah, that stuff's nice for that. Yeah. Who's here, Steve?
Well,
Who's here?
Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Okay, let's see. We've got that's a new one. DMCRY, Democrat 600. I probably butchered your name anyway. Hello, Ray Bertelson, Steve Trainway Bills, Rob T-Man, Dave DS Multimedia, Mark Pruitt, Rob T-Man, Rob. Let's see. My buddy Chris Brew, Gerald Stewart, Paul Schwanderer, Lynn McCurdy. And let's see. I know there's somebody else.
Jack, Ray Bertelstein. DMCY is Dave Todd.
Dave. Oh, that's Dave Todd. Oh, Dave. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, and we got the SS Minnow in there too. Good morning. I saw that. I just can't resist that. Anyway, good morning and Happy New Year.
Yeah, I hope everybody had a good holiday.
Hey, I got a question for everybody that's in chat right now. Yes or no? Who has a layout? Type Y or N? Who has a layout?
It's a trick question, so watch out.
Who has layouts in the chat? It's just trying to. I know some of you guys don't.
What if you got half a layout?
What defines a layout?
Yeah.
Track, running, trains, trains.
In any form of trackage that you can not operate, that's not the right word, that you can move a train back and forth on.
Yeah, that's a layout. Yeah.
Well, you're getting answers.
Yeah.
Hope you're writing these down, Jerry. You're going to be responsible for remembering all these. Okay.
So
everything's yes except for.
Here's my other question to you guys. You guys that are responding yes, why aren't you on the show showing us your layout?
I told you it was a trick question.
It's not a trick question.
Yeah, it was.
Good morning, Mr. Moderator. Just come on the show and show us what you're doing. You don't need to show yourself if you don't want to. But show your layout.
Modules count.
Yeah, anything that. Yeah, it all counts. If you
dioramas count, I think.
Dioramas count.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to just show us your collection, that would be cool too, I guess.
Sure. Yeah.
I suspect that there's people that don't want to get either in front of the camera, or they're concerned that they don't have the right
Oh, come on.
electronics to do it.
We
All
should
you
give
need
you
is a
hope.
phone.
We should give you hope then.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, all you need is your phone.
Yeah.
You don't even need to get in front of it. You could just walk around your layout with it. We could never see you.
Yeah. The worst thing that could happen is Claude turns sideways again, which I predict
Yeah.
will happen.
Yeah, don't be shy.
Probably not. Not since I got this new phone. No, I don't think it's going to happen.
Well, I think the Noah chat, Chris Brew, he's got a good reason. He's got a heck of a machine shop. You should show us your machine shop.
Yeah, show us your machine shop. Show us. I mean, even though he doesn't have a layout, he could show us his trains, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's got awesome trains like you do.
Oh
Right.
yeah. Well,
I mean,
way
there were
better.
whole times when that's all you were showing us in your videos, Steve. You were showing us the little steam engine.
Yeah.
That was so long ago. That was in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Oh, it's still there. It's stuffed in the corner back in the shop, all covered up.
I'm sure.
Hopefully, I'd like to get it out this year. I didn't get it out at all last year.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get it back out. And I saw a video on YouTube, and I didn't catch who it was, but they were showing them Lincoln cars and stretching up at Train Mountain.
Well, probably for the ops meet.
Yeah.
It could have been. It could have been. I don't know. I didn't even pay that much attention to it, but I saw it and I thought, well, that's Train Mountain. I mean, I could tell it was Train Mountain just looking at it, but they were doing close up of couplings or couplers and stuff, like hooking up and stuff, and then the guys on the radio saying, "Okay, stretch." And
So listen, guys, listen, everybody. You don't even have to you could just do it on the spur of the moment. If you're in chat and you want to be on the show, say I want to be on the show today. That's
and you can be in your jammies. It doesn't matter.
Jerry's in need of somebody on the
I
show.
mean, it'd be just nice to for everybody else to see what you're working on, and not just us four. Dennis is usually the only one that does anything here, which is that's okay. But
I can take you upstairs and show you.
Jerry, you've got a lot accomplished on your layout, and your pavement is looking very nice.
thank you.
Yes,
Yeah,
that looks very good.
it's coming out. We'll go look at it.
Yeah. What'd you use to stripe it with? I didn't watch your video. What'd you use to stripe it with?
Just taped it off, and paint.
And
Yeah.
You did both. You used airbrush on the first and didn't like it, and then used paintbrush on the second line.
Yeah, I tried to get I taped it all off and tried to spray it, but it bled under my tape, and I tried Tamiya tape, I tried the blue tape, I tried chart tape, and it all just bled under there. I think because one of the reasons is it's kind of like a porous surface, sort of, that you just can't get a good seal with it, But using the brush was fine. And then if I did get a little bleed through, I just touched it up with those little paint brushes that I got. Yeah, I'm kind of happy how it turned out.
I think it looks really good.
hey, well, Steve, put the link to that video if you have it.
What video?
Let me see if I can find it.
I've
watched it before, but it's been a while.
Al Puglisi.
Yeah.
Steve, I have a video of my layout by Al Puglisi.
Hey, we got the original Hugh Jessel.
Hello, Jimmy. Good morning. Can anyone explain why the heck JMRI? I got nothing about JMRI. You're on your own there, Jack.
Yep, I don't do JMRI. I don't do any computer with my trains. I keep mine as simple as possible. And even that sometimes isn't simple enough.
I'm just looking in the chat.
JP. I'm trying to think. BHS. JP is his name. JP, do you have a layout? I think he does. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a big one.
Yeah.
You should come on and show us your layout, JP.
I've been trying to talk him into it, but it hasn't worked. Mark
Pruitt is a pro with JMRI. I don't know if that are you being serious or you're just joking around.
Is that Dave Todd? Must be Dave Todd.
Yeah,
If it's Dave talking about Mark or Mark talking about Dave, I presume there's some sarcasm involved. I don't know why.
A little bit, probably. So maybe Mark Pruitt does have JMRI, but he has nothing but problems with it. I don't know.
Well, I mean, from what I gather, Mark puts Dave in a little bitty closet, and expects him to do everything concerning JMRI. But I probably got that all wrong.
But it looks pretty comfortable in that closet. It's okay. Probably warm.
To answer Roy, 0 trains are running on my layout. In fact, when Ted was here, I was taking apart some of the electronics and stuff and boxing those back up, or getting them boxed up so I could, get them out of the way while I do some stuff. But yeah, the next thing I'm doing is taking some more buildings off. I may do that today. Take some more structures off and box them up so I can get them out of the way and start doing more demolition.
I ran the train 25 from Cloud to Frying Pan last night. It's still parked on my arrival departure track 1. I've got to put the cars away, but nothing running right now.
Hey, so Dennis, you had a problem with in that hidden trackage of your train catching the cardboard and stalling.
I'm going to redo all of that.
Are you? Yeah, I was wondering if you're just going to come back in there and widen that a little bit.
Yeah, and again, it's about the humidity in the room is my conclusion. Every year there has been a problem with track within the first 30 days after I turn the heater on. Every year it's gotten less.
Yeah.
So it's like when I fix a spot, generally speaking, I don't have to mess with it again. And that spot in there is a spot that I should have addressed last year, but haven't, because it's never caused a derailment. And in like what you saw on the video, was it last night or the night before last? Just the track moved that much, which caused the cab of a K36 to just barely touch that cardboard. And I've already decided I'm going to take all of the inside run of that cardboard as it loops around in there. I'm going to take that whole thing off, because that was the first thing I did. And I have since developed a much better way of dealing with it. And then the inside, I'm only going to have maybe 1 inch, I don't know, somewhere between a half and one inch of height above the rail, because I'm not concerned about it falling off. The worst thing that could happen is I reach in to do something and accidentally bump it off the backside. I'll keep the backside high, but I'm going to make the front side just a little bit lower.
Well, you can always put I've seen guys use either just a sheet, like an old bed sheet or something, or put a net or something underneath.
It's a good idea.
Too. If it does fall off, at least it falls in that and not on the hard floor.
Ooh,
Yeah. Like a catch net. Hello, Lynn. Good morning.
Good morning.
Lynn.
Morning, Lynn.
Just getting up. It's only 7 o'clock here, 7:15. So
It's
How was your cruise?
cruise was too long. 32 days. The last 8 days at sea, just doing this and this, and yeah, I could have done without that. You were talking about layouts. Here's the layout. And I'm finally got around to working on it right over here and replacing this little booger of a
Make him big,
turnout.
body's only this big. There we go.
Oh, okay. Here, let me get all the way. There you can see better. Dun, dun, dun. So right down here, putting in a new turnout. I don't go too fast. This started, I think, in 24. I finally got the bad turnout out. Had somebody look at it, found out the spring had come loose and shorted things out, got it fixed. The other day I went to put it in and overheated the track, and it's hard to see on here, but melted the tie. Could have fixed it, but bought a new one. And whoa, our turnouts are very expensive now. I'm
Yeah.
going to have to take out a bank loan just for one. But
How much was it? How much was it?
what's that?
How much was it? $30?
With shipping, it came to almost $45.
Shipping. Okay.
That's the turnout, which was about 35 tax and shipping.
Yeah.
So it was right at $45 for one turnout. So I'm being very careful not to mess this one up. I've got it in place. I've got to do a little track work right down here. And Dennis, I am working on the modules. Those are hard to see. They're out in the garage in crates and covered with plastic because I got a small leak in the garage roof.
Uh-oh.
But I talked with Dennis, I don't know how many months ago. We wrote back and forth that the fascia, these are used modules. I use a lot of used stuff. And they're going to have a lot of turnouts. So I've been scourging the eBay and websites and everything, collecting all the turnouts I can find. I'm going to need about 30 turnouts. It's going to be a 12-foot long passenger station with sidings and all kinds of stupid stuff. I don't know why I'm doing this. Getting too old for this. But anyways.
How many tracks?
I've got pictures on my phone, but that's okay. The sidings going into the station, and it's a Walters station. It's a big station. $200 station. I got it for $50, but it's going to have 6 dead end tracks going into the station, 4 tracks in front of it and 2 behind. On our club, we have 2 main lines in front that go all the way around, and now we're doing so we can do ops and play trains, pick up cars, move around. So we have a track in the back at 20 inches, and then I have to put sidings on everything. I have to. There's no rules about it, but yeah, add all that up. There's a lot of turnouts.
30. That's a lot.
I found 2 slightly used, and they look brand new, but no box or anything, for $8 a piece. And they charged me almost $11 shipping. It wasn't too bad.
That's the
and then
thing.
all of a sudden, it's the AI thing. You look up one thing, all of a sudden stuff pops up. I got 6 more at $8 a piece, and they only charged me $9 for shipping. Go figure.
Where are you finding these deals at?
Mostly on eBay.
Okay.
Like the cork you and I talked about. I found a couple of places with the squares, and then all of a sudden one popped up. This guy has a roll of cork, 1/4 inch thick, 2 feet wide, 100 feet long.
Wow.
But he'll cut off whatever you want. So I have it in the mail, shipped it. It's going to be 8 feet because of all the yard and all the tracks. I can't see putting all the separate road bed in. It'll just be for the station. It'll be just all cork.
Yeah, that's what I've done on most of my large areas. I like working with the squares, but I'll admit that almost everything I've done had rolled cork on it, and I mean it's just a matter of having enough weight to get the curl out of it at the time that you glue it. but having those squares I can move around, you know, because I don't have the dedicated track plan yet, so I can shift them and just put stuff around it without having, because I don't want to mess with that roll again on this up here.
I'm concerned about that, but I found a stack of red bricks, you know, like fireplace bricks.
Yep.
So I'll be just putting bricks all across it.
Yeah,
But it's going to be
solution.
trimmed. Pardon?
Good solution. I've got several of those too. That's what I've used.
And then I've got a couple of small sheets of plywood that's about a 1/4 inch thick. I don't know what I got them for, but I'll put those down to make it evenly flat and then put bricks all over the top of it. So you're talking about humidity. Normally we don't have humidity, but it's been raining for almost 3 weeks now. It'll probably be July before we get dried out. It's raining right now.
Yeah. It's on average between 50 and 60% outside. The second I turn that heater on, it goes from about 35% in the room. I'm like at 12 or 13 right now.
Or average during the summer is like 10 or below.
Dennis, you don't leave your heater on to maintain a temperature in your training room? You do?
Oh yeah.
What's your temperature maintained at? Like,
I think I've got it set on either somewhere between 68 and 72. I haven't looked at it in a while. I think I've got it set on auto at the moment. So if it ends up being 72 degrees day, which may very well happen, the damn air conditioner might come on.
So it maintains a real good temperature. So shouldn't your like humidity be the same or no?
Well, I mean, when you add heat, you're going to dry out the air, right?
Yeah.
And so you start pumping that heat in here. You know, if it's 20 degrees outside and you're going to have it 68 or 72 in here, it just dries the air out, and the room is very, very well insulated. So, it does a good job.
You want to add a humidifier? Is that what you want to put?
That's probably in my next purchase for the railroad as a humidifier. I'm waiting on my next paycheck because I want to get a good one.
Yeah. And you got to get one that's big enough to do your space, right?
Yeah. Which I think I'm 725, 750 square feet. I can't remember.
Right.
We've got one for the house that I bought when we bought the house. I forgot how many square feet it's supposed to do, 1,500 or something like that. And it uses two jugs of water that you have to refill. And then, if you don't refill them, it's not doing any good. So, but it does work good when you've got it on if you need it. But I only do it when we get a real cold snaps. Because otherwise you don't need it. Like right now, wintertime, even though it's wintertime, I don't even have the water in it right now because it's so humid here.
Okay.
Really been a weird winter this year.
Agreed.
It hasn't hardly been a winter yet.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just that's a good little heater. It's portable. You just plug it into a 110 outlet. The only problem with it is if you're not, checking it all the time, it's going to run out of water on you. And then it's not doing any good.
What's costume foam?
What's what?
JP, have you guys tried costume foam for roadbed? I have no idea. Costume foam.
Didn't you use foam for your roadbed, Jerry? Or was it your road that you used foam for?
I used that silly foam for my roads.
I wonder if that's the same thing as costume foam. I mean, I've heard it. It's what those cosplayers make the fantastic, armor and whatnot that they wear to the conventions.
Okay.
I don't know.
Comes in different colors and stuff. I think I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about. Yeah. I was thinking of something else. But yeah, that might would work. I don't know
Use
what it
them
costs.
for your track roadbed.
My question would be, if you could you pull the track up if you needed to at a later date without destroying the foam? In other words, if I glued it down with matte medium, which is the only thing I will use ever again for track work, can I hit it with alcohol, pull the track up without destroying the foam? I know I can do that with cork because I've done it time and time again with no issues whatsoever. You can actually glue it right back down with the same matte medium that's still on the cork whenever you remove it. Which I think the advantage of that might be, it might be superior in sound dampening if that's something you're really concerned about. Because there's definitely a difference between ballasted track, ballasted track on cork on wood versus, say, foam or another medium, because it does transfer a lot more noise.
What transfers a lot of noise?
The train moving across it.
The cork or the foam?
The cork. Well, so if you have ballasted track, finished ballasted track, and say maybe just in scale road bed or even HO scale cork road bed on 1/2 inch plywood, you're going to get a certain amount of noise as the train passes over that. For some people, that can kind of take them out of the moment, maybe especially if it kind of reverberates. you can really hear it, and depending on how things are. Like right now, when I have a train go across here at full speed, I can't really hear anything other than the locomotive. When a train crosses the time saver at full speed on my main line, you hear the interaction of the wheels on the rail on the plywood. There's definitely another noise that you hear that you don't hear here. I know that this is going to make noise the second I get everything ballasted, because it's just going to transfer the vibration to the plywood.
I think it's the same kind of sound difference that you get on a rail train coming from solid ground to a bridge. You get that reverberation sound or a deeper, noisier sound when it's going on the bridge than you do when it's on the ground. But that's why I like Homosoap. Homosoap kills a lot of sound.
Mm-hmm.
I never was a foam person. I never liked the foam. I always thought it was too soft and too, not firm enough to keep things where it needs to be. But maybe that would be a good thing. I don't know. I've never used it though.
Walthers now makes a foam road bed.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that?
Oh, foam road bed's been around for a long time.
Oh, it
They
has?
pack it. Yeah, it comes in a roll. Looks just like, basically just like cork. I mean, that's beveled and everything. The ones I've seen anyway.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know what brand it was, but
I thought it was something new because of the cork shortage or something.
no. No, it's foam road bed's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
But I just never have liked it. I mean, to me, I just don't like it. That's personal preference.
I've never noticed the noise factor, other than most of my trains have sound, but I got a lot smaller layout than Dennis, but I've never noticed the sound problem on this. Now, the layout itself is almost an inch thick of plywood. There's 3/4 and then cookie cutter on top of that. That's all I got, my incline and all that sort of stuff. But the upper one up here is just cork with rubber cement holding it in place. and there's 3 tracks in some places. Most of it's 2 tracks. And I got trains running around. I forget they're up there. I can't hear them or anything until something crashes, or hope they don't fall. But it's usually fairly quiet. By the way, you caught me early. I haven't unraveled the springs this morning. Here you go. Don't want you to think I cut them off or something. Yeah. But the modules are always being worked on one way or another. We've got a couple of guys in the club besides myself that were a little insane that we just keep building these modules. It's a constant progress. You get one, you almost get it finished, and you got to go start on another one. That I would probably need a team of about 6 guys to help me set them up. That I've got a trailer full of them. My son's got a storage, container. It's got stuff in it. And out in the garage, besides the new one, there's 2 more modules in a crate. The wife says, as long as she can get in and out of the car, I can put stuff out there. But
then it just becomes a nightmare to move all that stuff and set it up. And
yeah, that's the biggest reason I didn't get into a module setup. Of course, you'd have to have, as far as doing one like they do at train shows, it's a club where everybody brings their modules and hook them together. It's a good idea if you don't have space, but then you've got to transport it. In my case, I would want more than one. I'd be like you, Lynn. I'd have one finished and I'd go, I can build another and make a different scene over here. So I'd be just doing that all the time. Might as well build a layout. And then you
I've
don't
got
have
a
to
small,
move
a 2 foot, I call it the unlucky mine, a 2 foot unlucky mine that is literally 2 feet. Of course, it's got to have a mountain and there's tunnels and stuff going on. I've got a 12 foot, 12 foot long cement plant based on the one up at Tehachapi, the monolith, that's got a 12.5 foot tall cement tower with lights and stuff moving and animation. I sold my cityscape to finance building the 8 foot dry gulch ghost town and mining. There's a 6 foot rolling hills with all the animals and stuff on it. A herd of buffalo going by. I got too much. I just keep building. Fortunately, my son's got a lot of room out in the desert. He stores it for me and he helps put it up. But we've got it down to a science. When we do a show, it's surprising how fast it goes up, because over the years, we've learned certain things that took a lot of time. All of the legs are the same size, same bolts, same spacing. So if somebody shows up and they forgot their legs, here's 2 of mine, here's one from this guy. Everything lines up. We're now putting pins in them, so the modules literally lock together. The only thing we have to do that takes time is a lot of the places the floor is uneven. So we have to, and then we've even modified that. So it's real easy to raise and lower the modules. So we've got it down, and tearing it down and putting it away, even the large layouts that, 100 feet by 50 feet, 2.5 hours, it's put away in the trailers, ready to go home. So it's not too bad. It's still work. There's lifting, but we're even working on that.
How many people do you have usually helping in that operation?
Outside help and club members altogether, probably about 20.
that's good.
Yeah.
So, and except for outside help, unless they've been to the show, everybody has a certain thing they're good at. Some of the guys that can't do the bending and lifting, they're the ones that put all the joiner tracks in. So they're working on that. The guys that are a little bit younger than me that can get up and down, they're putting in all the wires underneath. It goes on pretty quick. The guy with the battleships, he's the one that needs the most help. Those ships are not exactly light. If those in chat don't know what I'm talking about, he's got 2 battleships, 2 aircraft carriers, destroyers, landing craft, seaplanes, and the crates and everything probably weigh around 300 to 400 pounds each. So That's where the real work is.
Yeah.
But
do you build them out of metal?
no, they're out of wood.
HO scale, right?
HO scale. What he does is he gets a kit, the plastic kits, and a lot of them have the drawings and they have the dimensions. And then he goes to Kinko and has them enlarged to HO or 1/87th scale. We've got a couple of good carpenters, finished carpenters in the club. They do the hull. It's solid piece of wood. They do the hull, hollow it out so it's not quite. And then he just starts building them. And usually around 8 to 10 months, he'll knock out a battleship.
Wow.
The aircraft carriers, he has the Hornet with Jimmy Doolittle's bombers with the props turning. He's a plumber, so if you really start looking at the ships, you'll see little plumbing fittings and things like that on them. He's pretty good at, you can't buy some of this stuff. It's not available, especially on that scale.
Yeah, when I was building RC airplanes, it was go to the local little hardware store we had close to the other house I lived in, and I loved the specialty fittings aisle. They had 2 or 3 rows of just those specialty fittings that were in trays, and I'd be in there pulling stuff out and shoving it back in, and they'd come say, "What are you looking for?" And I said, "I'll know it when I see it, because I know what I'm trying to build or make." So I'm looking for something I can make do with.
My model at the cement plant had 3 versions. The first one, I tried to fill it with expanding foam, and it expands to the point 2 days later, the whole thing blew apart. The second one blew out of the trailer on the 5 freeway somewhere north of Disneyland. And my wife said, "You should have put your name in there." And I said, "Yeah, well, whoever's station wagon full of kids that it hit and killed, I really don't want my name on it." Had 2 guys go look for it. They didn't find anything. I mean, all the buildings, everything went all over the freeway. So the third one, I have instructions from my wife that it is not to be in a trailer in the back of the truck. It has to be inside the cab. I got a club cab, so it fits in the back. But the tower itself has copper plumbing fixtures, straws, flashing lights, mirrors all through it, so it reflects the lights. The tumbler and dryer is turning, not intentionally, but it grinds, so it makes noise. But I even got a Saturn transmission filter on the top of it. Looks like some kind of something you'd see on a cement plant.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. And I always found that part of modeling a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's trying to make something work for something you can't find commercially.
Just for the fun of it, at some of the shows, when I drag it out, I'll give people a pencil and paper and ask them to list and find all the stuff that's been used in there. And it's got the flashing red light at the top, and it's got lights all through the middle of it. Most of them are the little cheap Christmas lights that you pick up this time of year, the little tiny ones.
Yeah. So, Dennis, do you do any of that when you're building?
What?
Look for stuff to use in a something you're building on for the layout that's not commercially available.
Well, I would say the answer is yes. It's just a matter of whether or not I think it will satisfy. I'm not opposed to it, but like I don't know. I've used matchsticks before as bigger than 12 by 12 lumber, but I've got a whole box of matchsticks that work really well as large lumber. I've also got a whole thing of which I guess you could say that's commercially available, but I've got a whole thing of coffee stir sticks that are great for building material.
Yeah.
Here's an example. Any idea what this is made out of?
Coffee stir
4x4.
sticks.
Yeah, like tongue depressors or popsicle sticks.
Yeah.
Almost the whole building. except for the roof. That's paper.
Yeah.
I don't look for things. I just find them. I mean, I literally can walk down the street to go get the mail and find stuff that fell off the tree that goes, hey, that looks pretty good. I'm not going to pull anything off of here, but all around here is just stuff I find in the neighborhood. Yeah, that looks good.
Well, yeah, I was looking at the hobby shop, wanting something when I was doing the trees and stuff, wanting some deadfall. Well, Walther's, Woodland Scenics makes a bag full of deadfall, but they want like 10 or $15 for this little bitty bag of sticks. I go at the golf course and I'm over picking up sticks and throwing them in the cart, and my golfing friend is going, "What are you doing with all that stuff?" I said, "I'm gonna put it on the layout." And it works perfect. And that's free. All I gotta do is carry
I almost got arrested once a few years ago. The local mall, there's a plant called decorative bamboo. They use it for, around the mall for decorations. And it has kind of a bloom on it. And when it dries, makes really good trees and, dried bushes. There's a bunch of it scattered around here. So I had a bag and I was clipping it. There you go. Look at what Dennis has.
Oh.
This is what I call forest floor, and it's leaves from the yard. I've got it in three different.
Put it in the coffee grinder.
Yeah.
You grind it up.
Yeah. This is the coarse material. This is the medium material, and then I've got the fine material. It's all the same stuff. It's all, for the most part, in cottonwood leaves, because I have an overabundance of cottonwoods in the yard. So
yeah, I did that too. I took some,
and that stuff looks really
and,
good.
So what is that you got there, Lynn? That looks nice.
This is what they call decorative bamboo. It has kind of like a little flower stuff on it, and then when it dries, this is what I was picking at the mall, and security came up and asked what I was doing.
Well,
you can break them off, make single trees out of it or full tree. You can add greenery to it. Yeah. And then I've got another advantage because I just go across the street and find this. This is
that's a good one too.
Looks like sage.
Yeah,
good old
sagebrush. It looks like sagebrush. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I've got that across the street too.
Yeah, when I lived out in the desert, I used to go out and take my 1x2 sword that I made from my dad's scrap pile, and went out and chopped a lot of that.
What is that, Dennis? Dennis, what is that?
It's my first wire tree.
Oh, a wire tree. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I've got this one. I did these last night while watching TV. I've got this one. They ended up being, I guess, a lot bigger than what I thought they were going to be, because I didn't have anything to compare them with. I'm going to go ahead and build them up regardless. You know,
you could cut them back and make them shorter.
Yeah, making them shorter would be easier. It's the plume at the top. Heck, that's. What is it? I don't have my scale ruler nearby, but we're talking 50 feet wide, which I presume I can also kind of.
Yeah, you can manipulate.
I can narrow it out up at the top, but then, which it's still going to be wouldn't be too tall for sure, because there's no such thing as a too tall tree on an HO scale layout, I don't think.
People make fun of the Christmas trees and stuff you find at Michael's. All you got to do is spray them and put more greenery on them, and you got yourself a nice pine tree. If you look up on the mountain right there, you'll see a whole bunch of them scattered around. And then, of course, over there's a whole forest. But I don't go looking for things at swap meets. I just find them. Here's a good example. Walking along, I saw this at the end of an aisle way in the back. The people had no idea what they had.
Yeah.
So we did the old barter, well, not barter, but what do you want for it? how much I'll give for it. Turns out it's brass weathered
Yeah.
That's nice.
for $10.
Oh, wow.
Can't
I
be
felt guilty, but not that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Wow.
you don't come across them all the time.
No.
But Dennis, on your thing, right? Like,
Mhm.
come back to me, Claude.
Come back to you.
Yeah. So, like, this is a wire tray, right? And I coated it, right? And then I put seafoam on it.
That looks good.
I glue seafoam to the end
Yeah.
and then use flock. And then you can, move these around to where you want them. That's the nice thing about the wire trees is you can tighten up the canopy,
What did you use for barking it?
Now I'm getting shit all over the place. Sorry. What I use? Damn, man, I made a mess.
Spray it with hairspray and then it won't come off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was my.
Matte medium's what I'm going to use.
To
I used
spray?
I used hairspray on everything on the time saver. You bump the time saver, it's like fall.
Or you got the wrong hairspray.
So
My
how
wife
would
used to had her own hair salon, and Revlon, I don't forget what the real cheap stuff. And I've sprayed trees, everything with it, and
I
nothing
got the
comes off.
Aquanet heavy duty is what I used.
Aquanet, yeah.
Aquanet's the cheap stuff. Yeah.
That's what I used.
Yeah.
You bump it, it falls on the floor.
Dennis, how would you use matte medium on this?
You daub it on full strength.
On the green?
Yeah. Then the first thing you do is you cross hatch 12 millimeter. It's labor intensive. Let's be real about this. You cross hatch 12 millimeter static grass. Okay. And you glue it on with your matte medium. Then after it dries, you go through and you massage all of your 12 millimeter static grass, and anything that falls off. Then you can hit it again if you feel like you need to. Same process, matte medium, 12 millimeter grass, let it dry, massage one more time. Now you've got all of your cross branches. Then you just take a brush and you hit all of that static grass with full strength matte medium, and then you put on your scale leaves, knock or super leaf material, and then you got a boomer tree. Then I'm not going to pretend that that's my idea. That's exactly how Boomer does it, and I challenge anyone to find a better looking tree than Boomer's. Might not be the tree for everybody.
Yeah.
So you certainly wouldn't want to do the whole background with them, but if you've got a signature scene where you really want to look at 2 or 3 trees or 5 or something like that, I can't think of a better way of doing it.
Yeah, too much of a pain. This is what I use.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be labor intensive, but what are you willing to do?
That's what I use for the bark.
What is it? I see latex, but or acrylic, but I don't see what it is.
Modeling paste.
Modeling paste. Okay, yeah, I've got modeling paste. I've also got I've got 2 different kinds. I've got the golden modeling paste, and then I've got a great big tube of like some kind of rubber modeling paste that works well. That's what I used on one of the trees I've got on the time saver.
You want to see something else that I found at a yard sale years ago? People have stuff, they don't know what it is, they want to get rid of it. So found this box. I know it's really hard to read. It's hard to read because it's in Japanese.
Huh. So is it
and did a
Atlas?
lot of researching on it and literally translate the train store. That's all it says. And here's what you can tell it's old by the paper they used. It is missing a truck. It's all metal.
Little doodle bug.
Little box
And
cow.
all the research I did on it and everything, the only thing I could find, this is interesting, the original Godzilla movie. You know, Godzilla's smashing all the buildings and he grabs the train and the people are falling out of it. The same company that made that train for the Godzilla movie is this company.
Maybe that was in the movie.
Interesting.
Maybe. I didn't see it, but
It's one of the original movie props. No one could prove you wrong.
that's true.
Put it on
But
eBay, sell it for an extra
It's the
50
same
bucks.
company, not the same train.
Well,
Maybe
the
that's
no
company
one
that
could
made
prove
that
you
train for
wrong,
the movie.
man.
What's that?
No one could prove you wrong.
Yeah, that's true. But I couldn't find anything else about it. I mean, you know, looked up the numbers, did research on it. The only thing was that the Japanese translation is the train store, and the company is the one that built the train for Godzilla.
So now you're pretty much hard pressed to find a truck for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a true fact. I haven't really looked. In fact, the only reason I was able to bring this out so quickly is I was doing some cleaning, looking for something else, and I came across it and the brass tank car. I'm protective of that brass tank car. I've taken it to a few shows, but we've had stuff disappear off the layout.
Oh yeah, man.
We
Right.
had one show a few years ago. We won't even go back to the place anymore.
Yeah, you
That,
can just pick it up, put it in your pocket, and walk away.
yeah,
That's
one of our
just
members,
crazy.
2 locomotives, one of them brand new. Because I take a lot of videos and pictures, and I have timestamps. And I took a picture going this way. There's the 2 locomotives, and they weren't up front; they were way in the back. So it wasn't a little kid; it was an adult that reached over and snatched them. Probably around $500. You know, just gone.
Yeah, that's a bad
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
So
unfortunately.
that's the way it is. We put up barriers. We have director chairs that sit up kind of high, and we'll have designated people at different corners. I have fake security cameras with lights flashing on them. It states, you know, you're being recorded. Not really, but
Yeah,
people
don't
think
care.
Now I
you know,
know.
they're less likely to reach over if the camera's on them. So
Yeah, people don't care about those things anymore. You
Not
see all,
anymore.
no,
see all the videos of people, porch pirates, stealing stuff. People don't care.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
so thank you for letting me come on. I feel like Thanksgiving getting to sit at the adult table.
You're welcome
Well, I
at the
wouldn't call
adult
this, I
table.
wouldn't call this the adult table.
I
Nah,
mean,
this is kids'
either.
table.
The kids' card table.
you guys and Bill are, you know, you're up there. You're just like movie stars. You know, you may not think so, but ask around. People know who you are.
People know
Oh,
who you are
that's
too, man.
scary.
They might know who we are and make fun of us.
Hey, you like my new coffee cup?
Uh,
Classic model trains.
there you go.
Yeah, that's cool.
Is that somebody's channel?
Okay, you don't know classic model trains? Oh my goodness. Oh,
No.
Oh. You got to look that up. Guy up in Billings, Montana. I've sent him. I even hand delivered 2 boxes. All my junk goes to him. Takes stuff like this. He does videos where he completely disassembles it. Takes it all the way apart, cleans it, ultrasonic cleaner, super lube. That's one of his taglines. And
guys
tests
sell 'em?
them, tries them out before and after, and restores them. He either keeps them or he puts them up on eBay and sells them.
Yeah.
I never heard of this guy.
Haven't either.
Oh, you got to check it out. I mean,
Is he still on
he's
YouTube?
pardon?
Is he still on YouTube uploading?
I'm looking
yeah,
for a link right now.
Yeah, once a week he tries to put out a video. He his daytime job is RV repair and so forth. Except early last year, he fell off of one and hurt his back real bad. So he's just right now doing train restoration and YouTube.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
even got videos where I'm in there. Of course, he's about 7 foot tall and I'm only 5'8".
I think that's it. I think I shared the right link.
Is he a local guy for you?
Billings, Montana.
Oh, he's not even local. Okay.
In fact, I got a box right here that I'm getting ready to send him. He doesn't even know what's coming. You know, just a little box. This is the box that he just sent me 3 steam engines that he restored. So there's little stuff in here. I'm not going to go all the way through the box. So this needs a drive shaft. Give that for him to look at. There's a, got this from a donation.
Oh, that's cool.
And the box goes on and on and on. I'm not going to dig it all out. I got a lot of it packed, you know, bubble wrapped and all that stuff in there. But we send stuff back and forth. I don't suppose you know who Jason the Train Freak is or Colonel Cotton.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Between the 3
He
of
comes
us,
in every once in a while.
the guy in Montana, Ron, he'll find something, fix it up, sends it to me. Then I turn around and send it to Jason the Train Freak, and he puts DCC and sound in. So I've got the Santa Fe Blue Goose now. That's one of the things I've wanted for the last 30 years. And then I had the 4 Aces. That was the first northern steam locomotive with roller bearings. All before that, they had to literally make solid brass bearings for each wheel. And if they wore
Hey,
out,
Lynn.
somebody had to make one.
You know, that Santa Fe Blue Goose you mentioned that used to run on the Valley Division where I used to run. That
Cool.
yeah, they ran it down to Oakland. They actually called it the Valley Flyer for a while. They ran in California.
But I had the 4 Aces, the Northern Pacific, at one of our shows that was sitting a little too close to the edge. It was on track, and another train came along and went right into it, and it went to the concrete floor at Anaheim Convention Center, right across the street from Disneyland. Did a little damage. All the wheels were bent, broken parts. Took him 2 years to find parts and everything and restored it. It's back working. Just haven't had a show to bring it out and run it. But,
I wonder if he'd fix my dad's Balboa cab forward years ago.
Well,
that thing's probably 60 years old. And that thing.
So Lynn, when he fixes it, does he send it back to you?
oh, yeah.
Okay.
If you want it, you know.
I don't know. Okay.
Those that want to know what the Blue Goose is, there's the Blue Goose. Sorry about the reflection.
Yep. Actually, you know where that picture was taken?
Not
If
sure
I'm not
where.
If I'm not mistaken, that was taken in Pinole. Can you show that a little closer to the camera, and I can tell you? No, it's not. I thought it was.
Get rid of that light. Oh, that doesn't help. Now you can't see. I don't know where the.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Show that again. No, it's blurry. Yeah, that was taken in Gately siding between Pinole and Richmond. Yeah, I know it well.
Cool. I had no idea.
Yep.
But I always thought it was just a cool looking steam engine. Santa Fe only made, I think, one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, it ran the
And,
Valley for a while. They called it the Valley Flyer. Ran between Bakersfield and Richmond.
Did they scrap it or does it still exist?
I'm sure it's been scrapped.
I think they scrapped it. Yeah.
Probably so.
It was
Well, that's
right
a-
at the end of the steam era, and all the diesels were coming out.
Yeah.
And they realized, dollar wise, that diesels were more efficient.
Yeah.
But they were just trying to keep up with the Union Pacific and everybody else with their streamline engines and so forth for passenger service. I think it set a record from LA to Chicago, something like that. That it only had to stop for water and fuel, but made it in like a day and a half, 2 days, something like that. Some kind of record they set just to see how fast it could go and how it would hold up. Then they get rid of them.
Yeah.
Well, that's our time, guys.
Yep.
All right.
Thanks for being here, everybody. Lynn, thanks for coming on.
Thank you
Yeah,
for letting me on.
Yeah.
You guys have a good rest of your weekend and good week, and we'll be back next week.
Have a
Yeah.
good week,
All right.
everybody.
See you then.
Happy New Year.
All right. Bye.
See you.